evening, everybody. It's like 5:16 p.m. I kind of played hooky today. Like, I woke up at 6:45. I went to bed right after trivia last night, like probably around 10:30, and I woke up around 6:45. And I don't know. I like woke up and did some dishes, and then went back to back to my room. Played some games. I laid down for a while and just watched like Shameless. I'm on like season 7. I'm just binging that shit. But I kind of took a break from my study for like a couple days here, and I was supposed to dive back in today, and I'm taking a break. Another day. I'll probably start tomorrow. I'm at the halfway point though. I'm halfway done with my certification, and it's probably been as long as I thought it was going to take me to finish. But I don't really mind taking my time and making sure I'm absorbing the information. But there's an air right now, an energy of maybe inner child, maybe inner teenager, maybe just your bucket list of things that you want in life, in this world, that is coming to the forefront right now. There's a self-discovery energy happening where it was like after that point, after I did the Weird reading, where I was like channeling that song Weird, and talking about how like I was trying to normalize myself for my resume and like getting a job and everything. I think I came to the realization, maybe even subconsciously, that like I already have hand tattoos. I already choose to dress in a way that's kind of bold, you know, like I guess between the hairstyle choices and like the tattoos and the leather jackets, I'm like a little bit imposing already. A little bit edgy, and not somebody that looks like they're going to conform. So dumbing myself down or dimming myself or trying to look more normal isn't going to help me really. So me avoiding dyeing my hair the color that I want to dye it isn't going to make those employers look at me and go, that's the one. If anything, I feel like since I've already committed to the style that I like, I should just lean into it all the way. So I'm doing that. I'm getting my piercings back. Not all of them. I used to have a septum ring, and I had both ears. I'm going to get the ear piercings back. I found some really cool studs that I like. They're it's just like a black circle, but it has rune engravings all along the outside of the stud. Like you can't really see it just by looking at it, because it's like they're silver, but they're the black. They're like coated in whatever it is that makes them black. So it's like onyx stud with a metal circle around it, like a rim, and then on that metal circle is engraved runes. And the ones that I could see on the like photos of them, they were runes for like protection and ancestral connection and wealth and travel and things like that. So even if it's not like a word spelled out, like they have a lot of good meanings. The runes that I saw, I'm gonna research more on those when they come in, and I don't know if I'm gonna wear it yet or not. But I got like one of those spike earrings, so it's got runes on it too. But it's like kind of that like dangles down, and it's like a spike. And I figure I could do one stud, one spike if I'm feeling extra unique that day. But then I started thinking about hair dye, and I don't know. It's long enough now that I can do some stuff. I could bleach it, and I could dye it blue or purple, and I'm really thinking about that. Trying to decide. I think Spirit's going to give me a sign when it's time to pull the trigger and do that. Maybe I should bleach it now, and that way it'll be ready ahead of time. But it's not just stylistic choices we're talking about, this energy of self-expression and return from the past. It's also in my trees. I have always tried to take cuttings, right? I've never been a fan of buying trees. I always wanted to grow them myself from scratch. So I would take cuttings, I would try and root them out, and sometimes they worked and sometimes they didn't. But I got enough to work that I've got like a system and I know how to do it now. And it all started, like the purchasing of plants started when I got my second rose bush. The first one, I wasn't really sure if it was going to make it. It was a little dicey, and I got another one just in case. But then the first one pulled through. So now I've got two. But like they both come in, they're different colors, and they're both beautiful in their own right, and I'm happy I have them. So I started thinking about that with the willow, and I was like, yeah, I could hop the fence and be a fucking delinquent and steal cuttings from my neighbor's tree, or I could just buy a weeping willow because that's what I want. If I know what I want, I might as well just get it. And I kind of like ran with that energy because I wanted cherry blossoms. I've wanted a cherry tree, essentially. I used to call it a cherry blossom tree because I did not realize, I didn't make the connection that a cherry blossom tree is just a cherry tree that is blossoming. So I fucking thought that there's cherry trees and then there's cherry blossom trees, guys. Like, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. So anyway, if I say cherry blossom tree, that's what I mean. But yeah, I was watching readings today and I saw a synchronicity of cherry trees. And I was like, I was just thinking about the cherry blossoms because DC has like a seasonal festival. It's not really a festival, but it's like, they call it like the cherry blossoms, and people just like walk around this, I forget what it is. It's like a small body of water, man-made. And it's just, like a shitload of cherry blossoms, and it's beautiful, and it happens in DC every year. So I used to go see those all the time with my family friends and my family when I was a kid. And I tried to take dogwood cuttings because that's what we had in Georgia. I didn't see cherry blossoms, but the dogwood trees looked like cherry blossoms. So I tried to take cuttings of those. And then I tried again last summer to take cuttings from Lake Elkhorn because they've got dogwood trees there too. And so I was finally like, okay, well, I'm not going to go try and take cuttings again of the dogwood trees. They don't typically work out for me. And I feel like that's because I'm supposed to have a cherry tree. So I ordered a cherry tree. And I'm supposed to be getting this willow and this cherry tree. Two trees that I've always wanted. Things that have always been on my list. It's like a wish fulfillment here. Just getting these trees in the first place. But I'm coming to the realization that I could have gotten them anytime. There's been 100 times that I could have gotten these trees, and I just never did. There's something in the energy here about you choosing to fulfill your wishes from the past, you doing something or buying something or experiencing something that you've always wanted, that was always right in your reach, but you just never, you would just never do that for yourself. And I think from a very young age, my mom hated the idea of me having colorful hair or tattoos or piercings, and she fought me so hard on it that it always felt like it came with a measure of judgment. And when I was feeling really rebellious, it felt really good to do all of those things. But it's a stylistic choice that I enjoyed. I liked the way that those things looked. But I still have this idea in my head that I'm going to be judged for having blue or purple hair, or whatever color I want, or for having tattoos, or for having piercings. And part of me feels like in order to get a job, I cannot have that kind of judgment on me. So this, I think, is spirit telling us we need to be ourselves, express ourselves, look how we want to look, and then the right job will align. And those things will be okay because they are your identity as much as any other part of you that you choose. It's not all of who you are, but it is part of it.